As Senator Deb Fischer joins the Ag Committee, gives her a unique perspective to work on the Farm Bill. She spoke with reporters this week. The first thing we asked about was trade.
Well, obviously, I've been very vocal on trade issues in the past. Before Christmas, I was with a group of 5 other senators, and we had lunch with President Trump, and we discussed NAFTA. That was the purpose of the lunch. And my message to the president was how important agriculture is to the state of Nebraska and how important a good trade agreement is to agriculture. So I have been very vocal on that with the president. I think being on the committee, though, and working with other senators from states who have a direct interest in agriculture, in trade, understand the importance of those exports for our producers in all of our states, no matter what the crop or livestock involved. That's going to give us a little more push to be able to join with those other committee members and be one solid voice, I hope, in presenting to the president how important that trade is to ag states.
Senator, we heard a lot of frustration with the Farm Bill the last time around. What do you see this time? Things going more smoothly, the time frame for that, and support for crop insurance and some of that?
Great question. You know, when the last Farm Bill came up, I was just new to the United States Senate. And I was really kind of amazed at the debate on the bill, and I guess some of the attitudes that are out there. You know, we should be encouraging, we should be celebrating people who feed the world and the jobs that they do every single day. And to take on the new Farm Bill now, that's something that I hope we can stay focused on, are really what are the needs that are out there. You know, we have to have a safety net for farmers. The crop insurance is important. Trade, obviously, is important. And to be able to get that message across. For 5 years, as I've been meeting with every farm group that's out there and every commodity group, community bankers, the state chamber, local chambers, my message has been to all of these groups of Nebraskans is that we need to be better about telling our story, whether it's with farming or whether it's with developing rural communities, maintaining rural communities, making them stronger, whether it's deploying broadband across rural America or in our cities as well. There are, as you know, when you travel, you can be in downtown Omaha and not get cell reception. You know, those are issues that we need to be able to resolve. And until we can tell our message, tell our story about why these things are needed, why they're important for families all across the state of Nebraska, it's going to be difficult to be able to find solutions. So as we move forward on this new Farm Bill, of course I'm looking forward to my first committee meeting. I haven't had one yet, but as we move forward here on this Farm Bill that's coming up, I think that's what we have to keep in mind. How are we going to achieve solutions that are going to be helpful to people all across the state? Because as was mentioned earlier, about 80% of the Farm Bill deals with nutrition. That affects people all across the state of Nebraska.
The USDA is surveying farmers to gauge the financial well-being. In December, the USDA's National Agricultural Statistics Service began gathering information about farm economics and production practices from farmers and ranchers across the state. The results of this survey will serve as a primary source of information for numerous local and federal policies and programs affecting Nebraska farm and ranch families. They're reaching out to more than 35,000 producers, including around 1,700 here in Nebraska. The survey asks producers to provide in-depth data on their operating expenditures, production practices, and household characteristics. Kappa Ethanol looking for a new home in Kearney. The Kearney City Council voted to rezone land this week. Kappa Ethanol plans to build an office on that rezoned land. According to Daniel Lindstrom, who spoke at the meeting for Kappa Ethanol, 6 employees will move to that office, which eventually can hold 15 employees. Council members say they believe the rezoning and construction will clean things up with some dilapidated land and buildings. Council members also spoke about their confidence with Kappa's plans and commend them for meeting with neighbors ahead of time and explaining the plan. Weather's up next, and later a look at getting the most from your pivots. Stay with us.